Hey guys, welcome back to Burnout's Hot Rod Shop. This week's episode, I think, is going to be number 5 in the holiday tool haul. So, again, more cool stuff we picked up that week. This one, we're going to be looking at some sockets, non-Craftsman sockets. And then we're going to be looking at some Craftsman wrenches and a few other miscellaneous Craftsman pieces. So a little mix of Craftsman and non-Craftsman stuff in this one. Lots of really cool stuff. Some of this stuff I did clean up and put in my toolbox yesterday. So kind of cool. Check it out. Next up, we'll take a peek at these sockets. So we'll start right here. With a Williams 7/16. And we got a Thorson swivel, still nice and tight. Another Thorson 9/32. Got this extension, which has definitely seen some better days, but we'll try to get her cleaned up. It's OTC, so Auto Tool Company. Got this Isco USA, and it's a 3/4. This one is a 1/2 to 3/4 Proto. This is a 1 1/4 and a 3/4 drive Husky. In 3/4 drive, we have these Par X sockets. And they go from 1 7/8 down to, I think it's 1 3/8. Yes, 1 3/8. Those will be sticking around in my collection. I don't think I have anything that big socket-wise. Wrench-wise, I think I do, but I've got a group of Fleet. Got these two and those two. All 4 of those are Fleet. Here is Blackhawk. So we've got the Blackhawk stud extractor. And then this Blackhawk 11mm. So that's kind of handy. Jump over here. These are some older square drive, 1/2 inch, knurled but no marking. And then some of these are hex drive, just made in USA with no markings. Some of them are, make a liar out of me. Yeah, a bunch of hex drive. I know I had seen, oh, I guess I just grabbed hex drive. Oh, I know what the other one was. There was 1/4 inch square drive, but it was a Circle U Craftsman. So that'll be over in with the Craftsman lot that we do. We've got this New Britain 3/4, 1/2 inch drive. Got these 2 Torx bits. This one, I'm not sure who that is. It's a down arrow and an up arrow. And it's a T55, made in USA. And then this one is Robinair. And that one is a USA. I'm not sure the size. Yeah, it says 10710 USA. So not really sure the size on that one. Here we have a Herbrand spark plug socket. These 3 are snap-on. got 7/16, a 3/8, in order, and a 5/16 deep, 3/8 drive. These are all Bonnie back here. I also got some big Bonnies from a 1 5/16 up to a 1 7/16, and then these two Bonnies as well, a 5/8 and a 13/16. We've got this one, which is a 1 1/16. Looks like a fairly decently made socket. I could find no markings on it. So maybe when we get it cleaned up, we'll find a marking. These are Industro. I found these at, not these two, but this group I found at a restore. They charged me 25 cents a socket and 50 cents for the hex key. These came in a lot with some other stuff. Here it's an Industro 1 inch and an Industro 1/4 12-point. I just thought these were cool. I dug them out of the socket bin one at a time. And we get, I think it's 1 inch, no, 15/16 down to half, if I remember correctly. Yeah, down to half. It's missing the little metal case that they go in, and some came with the stamped steel ratchet, some did not. I done a few duplicates because I just grabbed every hex drive that I found in there and pulled them out just to make sure that they didn't belong in a set together or anything else. So let's move these back. Those would be cool to have in the industrial stuff. They're unmarked, but they're typical unmarked industrial. Western Auto, that kind of thing. Here we have an SK socket set going from 1 1/8 down to 7/16. 1/2 inch drive, 12 points. Nice little set. Definitely needs some cleanup work. And we've got another 1/2 inch 6-point, a 12-point 1/2 inch 3/8 drive with the Diamond SK logo. And then this one is another 1/2 inch 6-point, but it's an SK Wayne. Here we have an SK Deep that must have had a crack in it, because now it is welded up nice and snug. Not sure if they'll warranty that one or not. Here's an SK, another 1 1/8. And then this is a 3/4 drive SK, 1 1/8. So those are all the sockets except for those Industros and this pile here that all came out of that lot that were not Craftsman. Craftsman stuff will be in its own set of videos. But lots of really good sockets in there. I cannot complain at all. But I was excited to get that SK set. That was what keyed me into, I think this was 2 boxes of sockets. The others were the large 3/4 drive stuff. But the smaller one that had the snap-ons and everything else, what keyed me in were that complete. I thought it was a complete set of SK. 2 were not on the rail. But then as I dug around in the box, they were in the box. Okay, so let's have a look at the Craftsman wrenches and a few other pieces Craftsman-wise that I managed to pick up. We'll start off over here. If you haven't seen my other video segment yet, I bought a toolbox full of cut-off wrenches, and these were the Craftsman ones that came out of it. So you'll notice the majority of them are flying V and a tappet wrench. But is actually one. Get the right angle. It's hard to see. There's the line. That was an underline C. And it got cut off. Because these things get used, guys. One thing I did miss in one of my other boxes, I must have set it in this one when I was doing something else. I did get this Matco as well. And the Matco is the ratcheting variant. So nice little pickup there. We got these Craftsman pump pliers. We got this hex key set. We've got the offset screwdrivers. Jump down here, we got 2 T10s, 1 T15, a nut driver, a Phillips screwdriver, more ignition wrenches. I think I get ignition wrenches with every lot. It's just one of the rules now. Some more hex keys. Got a cool Craftsman torpedo level and a Craftsman Yankee, Craftsman square, tappet wrenches, ratcheting double box, a 5/8 3/4 double box, a 3/8 7/16 double box. Nice set of the large panel or unlined panel or whatever you want to call it, Craftsman double opens. And these are all the flying V or double line V double opens. And in that vein, we got some more flying V or double line V combination wrenches. Picked up some metrics, not a full set. I hardly ever see full sets of metrics, but sometimes you do. So these are a 16, 2 15s, 2 12s, and a 10 millimeter. We got a Craftsman underline C double box end, 11 16ths and 5/8. Really nice shape. And we got a Craftsman underline C vanadium double open, 3/4 and 5/8. We've got this full set of combination wrenches, SAE. Really nice shape, 13 16ths, and they're all the VA or V upside down V, whichever way you call it. And then here's some more SAE or standard wrenches that'll get thrown into the mix, and we'll see how many more sets we can make. And these were pieces I've been chasing after. It's a full set of the socket end wrenches. Those cost me a little. I think they were right around $50 if I look at everything that was in the box. The box itself was $65. The other stuff I probably would have given $20 for, so we'll say $55 or $60, or sorry, $45 or $50 for those. Like I said, I paid up a little bit, but when you look on eBay, those things are $100+. I did pick up this. I said something about it earlier, but this Craftsman, you can see it there in the handle, Craftsman Yankee. Yeah, you can make it out there. It's got pretty good action to it. And if you look at this blue tag, it was $1 at my restore. So lots of good finds at the restore. Don't count them out. So that's what we picked up in this lot as far as Craftsman wrenches. All right, guys. So I hope you liked that one. I did. There was some really, really cool stuff in there. Like I say, in the intro, the SKs got cleaned up and put into my toolbox yesterday. I got those put away. Got some of the other stuff. My favorite, this one was a tough one. I really like those 1/2-inch drive SKs. And I really like the Par X 3/4 drive sockets. If you don't know, Par X is Snap-on. It was one of the other brands that they sold under. It was kind of their cheaper brand. They had Blue Point, but they also had Par X for industrial type sockets. So those are basically Snap-on sockets, and they're really nice. Those are going to stay in my personal collection as well. But my favorite, just edge those two out, had to be the Industro hex drive sockets with the X key. I picked those up at a restore over in Amish country. So I have to imagine that there was probably an Amish guy that had used those, maybe a few generations of Amish guys who had used those. Definitely cool. And actually, gosh, Saturday, trying to think, we just had the snowstorm here. Saturday, whenever I was out and about at a restore, I picked up the ratchet that goes with those. So I've got the hex drive ratchet as well. So I think all I'm missing now is the case to put them in. And I'll have the hex drive set. I'm missing the case, and I'm missing the screwdriver bit that also is the bit for the ratchet. I did not see that this past weekend. But eventually, one of those will pop in. I've seen those around before when I didn't have the set. So now it's just a matter of seeing one when I do have the set. So anyway, I hope you like the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Watch the episode. Watch it all the way through if you would. That really helps us better than anything. The way the algorithm works is it says, if I watch the first 2 minutes of the episode and I quit, then it must not be a good episode. Let's not show it to other people. Where the further you watch into it, the more it says, people like this episode, so we're going to show this one. We're going to have it pop up in people's feeds. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. And we will see you again for Fix It Up Friday. Fix It Up Friday this week. I'm not sure if we'll be fixing something or if we're going to do another tool haul. We got 2 feet of snow here in the Poconos. So tonight, I'm actually filming this on Monday night. Monday night's also when I usually film Fix It Up Friday. And I've been out fixing up the driveway. So no guarantees that I'll get something done this week. We may end up doing a bonus tool haul. We'll see you on Friday, though. I love y'all, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.